Hi, this is Mukul, and in this video I am going to show you a very beautiful chess game. This game was played between Garry Kasparov and Anatoly Karpov. It was played in the year 1985 in Moscow. Where is Moscow? Moscow is capital city of Russia, and this game was played in the World Chess Championship, which lasted for 67 moves. A very long-lasting game. Well, Kasparov had white pieces and started with e4, e5, knight to f3, knight to f6, knight takes on e5, d6, kicking the knight. Excuse me. Knight goes back to f3, knight takes on e4, d4, gaining center control, d5, bishop d3, attacking the knight. Knight comes to c6, attacking the pawn. White castled, bishop to e7, c4, challenging the pawn on d5. Knight goes back to f6, knight c3, black castled, h3, preventing the knight on f6, coming to this g4 square. D takes on c4, bishop takes on c4, knight to a5, attacking bishop. Bishop goes back to d3, bishop to e6, rook e1, knight c6 and a3, a6, bishop f4, queen goes to d7, and now two rooks are connected and can move freely. Knight e5, attacking queen. Knight takes knight, pawn takes knight, attacking knight on f6. Knight goes to d5, knight takes knight, bishop takes knight, and queen to c2 was played. g6, rook from a to d1, c6, bishop to h6, attacking the rook. Rook goes to d8, e6, pawn takes pawn, and here's one surprise from Kasparov. The move is bishop takes on g6. If pawn takes bishop, queen takes pawn, and it is checkmate. So how would you continue if you had black pieces? Karpov played bishop to f8, bishop takes bishop, rook takes bishop, bishop goes back to e4, rook to f7, rook to e3. This rook is coming to the g3 square, giving check. Karpov played rook g7, preventing the check. Rook from d to d3, adding more pressure on the king side. Rook to f8, black is trying to defend his king. Rook to g3, attacking the rook. King goes to h8, queen c3, pinning the rook. Rook f7, defending it. Again rook to d, rook from d to e3. King goes to g8, queen to e5, and Kasparov is very desperate to attack. What do you think? Who is better in the game? Both players have 2 rooks, queen, a bishop, and 5 pawns. It is difficult to say anything at the moment, but you will see soon. Queen to c7. Karpov is trying to exchange queen. Rook takes on g7, check. Rook takes rook, and bishop takes bishop. Queen takes queen, bishop takes pawn on e6, check. Sorry. Queen takes bishop, rook takes queen, and rook to d7. b4, king to f7, attacking the rook. Rook comes back to e3, rook to d1, check. King goes to h2, rook to c1, g4, b5, f4, and by looking at the position, white has a pawn extra, and black is trying to win the pawn battle on this side, that is on the queen side of the board, while white is trying to advance and develop a solid pawn structure on the king side. Developing pawns on the opposite wings. Let's have a look how the game proceeded. c5, pawn takes pawn, rook takes pawn, and rook to d3 was played. King to e7, king to g3, a5, king to f3, b4, a takes on b4, a takes on b4, and king goes to e4, rook to b5. Black is trying to promote this pawn. Rook to b3, stopping the pawn. Rook goes to b8, king to d5, king f6, c5, rook to e8, rook takes pawn on b4, rook to e3, hoping to capture the pawn on h3. h4 was played, rook to h3, and it looks like white is about to lose some pawns, but no. Kasparov was a very intelligent player. h5, rook to h4, and f5 was played, and and Kasparov is very smartly defending his pawns. Rook goes back to h1, king to d5, rook to d1 check, rook to d4, trying to block the check. And if black exchanges rook at this point of the game, then the position is totally lost for black. So black tried something else. Rook to e1, king to d6, king to d6, rook to e8, king to d7, rook to g8, h6, king to f7, rook to c4, king to f6, rook to e4, again king f7, and it is king d6, king to f6, rook to e6 check, king goes to f7, rook e7 check, king to f6, and rook to g7 was played. And now you would think that it is better to capture the rook, but if that thing happens, then pawn takes rook, and after king takes pawn, white king comes to the e7 square, and these three squares are protected by the white king, and this pawn cannot be stopped. So in this position, Karpov played rook to d8 check, king goes to c5, rook to d5 check. Do you think this is a blunder? What do you think? What will happen if king takes rook? That's a stalemate. Black king cannot escape. So in this position, king goes to c4, and again when rook to d4 check, same thing. If king takes rook, it is still a draw. And now after this move, black resigned. King to c3, and this rook is of no use. What do you think? If rook to f4, king to d3, and after rook to f3 check, king to e2, attacking the rook, and after rook to f4, king to e3, again attacking the rook, and after rook to b4, king to f3, and after rook b3 check, king to f4, again this check, and king finally escapes. King g3, rook to e4, king h4, and after rook to f4, this is totally lost for black. So at move 67, king to c3, Karpov realized that he cannot win the game and hence resigned. Amazing game by Garry Kasparov. Very sharp, very attacking. And that's all. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. I wish good luck with your chess, and bye for now.